お父さん、お父さん。
この姿になってしまっては、もうせめてや。
Fullmetal Alchemist Mobile is a tactics anime game where you collect Fullmetal Alchemist characters and you can utilize them in combat throughout this story-driven game based in the Fullmetal Alchemist franchise. And in this video, we're gonna do some gameplay, we're gonna check out the cash up, the monetization, and features. And with that said, let's do this! Welcome back, Saviors, GH here. First off, what is Fullmetal Alchemist Mobile? It's an anime strategy game based on the Fullmetal Alchemist franchise. Currently, it's not available globally and I played it on the Japanese server. It's released in Japan in August 4, 2022 and it's developed by Square Enix, a Japanese company best known for the Dragon Quest JRPGs and the Final Fantasy franchise. In Fullmetal Alchemist Mobile, we start out fighting the big boss, the father. This is the perfect introduction to the game because it showcases what the game has to offer. Colorful and vibrant anime graphics, tactics combat, impressive attack animations, and a voice story with visual novel-like storytelling with full cutscenes after a successful main story mission. After the introduction to the game, the login and server select menu appears with anime music playing on the background. There we select a server and actually start the game, and it starts with a cutscene from the anime. It's copyright protected. Now the game starts in a town where Edward and Alphonse is talking to the townspeople, and as usual the people mistakes Alphonse as the Fullmetal Alchemist as he's actually in Full Metal. And as you see in this part of the game, it's excellently produced with nice animations and fully detailed character models and environments. After this, the combat starts, with Edward and Alphonse fighting a corrupt priest. And as you see, it's tactics combat. It happens on a grid where characters can take turns and the main goal is to lower the health points of the enemy. There are also times that the goal is to obtain an item in the map, such as this. For some reason, you need to race this dog to get the ball. Okay, that said, there is autoplay, but it's not good. Because in the game, there is a rating system in the form of stars. 3 stars is the max rating, and if you enable auto, you might encounter some problems because the AI is not smart enough to accomplish the goals flawlessly. And there are also items in the map that gives rewards like an extra character or currency, and the AI is not picking it up. So if you want to do things properly, you have to play manually. And yes, you can finish the quest with autoplay, it's just not graceful and incomplete. One of the main things you're gonna be doing in the game aside combat is upgrading your characters. There are full DPS characters like the main hero, Edward Elric, tankers such as Alphonse, and yes, as you see, I also have the character called Gluttony, which functions like a defender tank that can also attack and heal as he takes a turn. There are also buffers like this cat that can increase the combat capabilities of teammates. And as you see, this is not a Fullmetal Alchemist character because this is a Persona 5 character. Yes, the game also do collaborations with other games, which results in non-Fullmetal Alchemist characters showing in the game. Now, going back to the characters, there are also healers which can also somewhat attack, but all their skills are for support. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do you get characters? The first way is to just play the game. They give away free characters as you progress in the game. Second way is by doing events and achievements. And the last way is through the gacha. You're not surprised, I know. The gacha currency is this gold coin over here, and 1 is equal to 1 pull. Now, how do you level up your characters? It's by way of these books over here, and depending on the rarity of the book, the higher the EXP it gives. And of course, you can also use a duplicate of the character to further increase the quality and stats of the character you're upgrading. There's also this constellation-like attribute system in here where you can add more stats to your character by gathering the items and completing the requirements of the attribute. That's the character system. Now let's talk about the content. First is the main story, where you're gonna go through a somewhat similar story to the anime. The story of Fullmetal Alchemist is pretty good. It's one of the best anime I've watched, and also one of the saddest. If you haven't watched it, check it out. I highly recommend it. Now, aside the main story, there's also side quests where you undertake missions related to the main story, and there are times that the main story won't unlock until you finish some of the side story. The third content is the quest, which is basically a challenge quest wherein you take on notable villains in the Fullmetal Alchemist anime like this one, Greed over here. And when you finish the challenge quest, you're rewarded with items necessary to progress faster in the game. Now, by doing all those content, you will consume this energy over here, this icon over here, this kind of a lightning icon. It's the stamina system of the game. They give you a lot of this energy at the start, and you get lesser and lesser of this stamina as you progress further in the game. Cash up time, guys. Fullmetal Alchemist Mobile monetization. The cash up currency is these blue diamonds over here, and 80 of these blue diamonds is 160 yen. That's about 1 USD. So, what can we buy with the blue diamonds? We can buy books, the items that upgrades your character like this. You can buy it with the blue diamonds. We can also buy the items that upgrades our characters like this one over here. This is the gacha currency. You can summon 2 times if you buy this. For 500 blue diamonds, you get all of this. You also get the silver. This is very important in the game. You use this to upgrade your characters. So as this item over here, you can also use silver to buy some items in the cash shop. Like for example, this, the books. You can buy books using silver. And you can get silver by buying it in the cash shop or by playing the game. Aside all of these items that they're selling in the cash shop, like this gacha currency over there, there's also a battle pass here. Let's check out the battle pass. Here's the battle pass, guys. How do we check out the price here? And there goes the price. 1,500 yen for the battle pass. Okay, so how about let's do a few pulls in the gacha system. Let's do this. Now, opinions. It's a good game, but it's not perfect as some of the objectives drags on very long and it gets repetitive after a few hours of playing. Thankfully, as you play, you also get to see the story in a different light, and the graphics is also excellent for a free-to-play game. And I believe that tactics types of games fits the mobile platform very well, and combining it with a well-known franchise, what we get is a competent mobile game that's actually worth checking out. And guys, do you want to check out another upcoming shared world card battler game without autoplay? There it goes, Harry Potter Magic Awakens. Leave a like before you go, and this is Give Me All Cool. See you in the next one.